Because
Yeah,
the Israel conversation is inherently so fucking complicated,
it's
and I am
very
inherently
complicated.
not a fucking expert on it. I agree, Douglas. I'm not. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk about it. We should all be
You
talking about it.
should
We should
talk
all be
about it.
learning about it.
Yes.
And we should all be trying to have a meaningful conversation about it
Yes.
that where you actually listen to the other side. Because I think a lot of people, this is coming back to this kind of like access bias, this kind of expert bias. There's a lot of ways that people in our position here, especially people in my position where I'm like projecting out information, whereas you're a little bit more of like a teasing out of information. You're not so much always projecting your opinions or your stuff.
Yeah,
Though,
not too much.
yeah, you try not to, and you're good at it. But for me, it's so easy if you like start trying to, if you put out a piece online that sort of is opinionated, or you get some, if you get it wrong, you have this important choice to make of like, do you walk it back and admit that you were wrong in front of, a million people in your audience?
You have to.
Or do you just fucking pretend like you didn't get it wrong and then go die on that hill? And that is, you see that happen to all
Yep.
kinds of people all the time. And it's it's a tragedy, but it's also like, yeah, you did it to yourself, bro. And that's why I think it's so important to talk to everyone, listen to everyone. Because if you don't make clout and fame and money your goal, but instead make truth the mission and just try to learn the truth, then there's nothing wrong with getting things wrong. That's when you can learn something, right?
Right.
That's the best opportunity.
But when you start pulling, and you've seen this, I know in the last couple of years, when you start pulling on threads where you get somewhere towards some truth on something, let's say what it is, then people who are way farther than you down the line, past where evidence, the evidence was fucking 40 blocks ago, are like, hey, brother, you're on our team. And then you got to be careful with that, because those are the people that actually, instead of doing what they claim to seek, which is like, oh, let's find truth here, or let's ask the important questions, they end up becoming the very people that